people think that the weekends, they're for switching off, making sure that you can, have fun and enjoy the weekends because you worked your ass off Monday through Friday. But I realized for me, it was just sabotaging myself. Everything that I worked for Monday through Friday would fall flat because Saturday, Sunday, I wasn't doing anything. I was falling behind on my task, and by the time Monday came along, I was fatigued, I was anxious. I wasn't exactly where I wanted to be in life. And so in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I shifted to a 90-10 lifestyle. So a lot of people think 90-10 is with eating food. 90% of the time you eat whole foods. 10% of the time you are able to indulge. And what I've realized is that if you apply that factor to life, you get so much more out of it. So not only am I going to explain the 90-10 lifestyle, my 4-4-4 method to stay in gear, but also the shifting of it and how I was able to stop that cycle and pretty much make it to where I don't have to go on full-on monk or full-on party and still enjoy life and still get the most out of it and still reach success more than anyone. And honestly, before we start, it's super hot in this car. I'm recording at the park, just did a crazy workout, so that's why I'm sweating. I'm sitting in a hot car, so just bear with me. But this came to thought, I wrote down some notes, and I just want to pretty much explain to you who I was, who I am now, and the shift that got me there. Because I know that there's at least one person out there that's going through the exact same thing that my old self did. So first, it would start off with like a Friday high. I'd get some big sales Monday through Friday. I would hit the quota that I needed because I work in sales. I would do something crazy and I'd be like, okay, bet. I'm going to enjoy the weekend. I'm going to go party. I'm going to stay up to like 2 or 5 a.m. I'm going to go do whatever I can. I'm going to smoke some weed. I'm going to drink some alcohol. It's so cringy now saying it because I don't do any of that other than, I'll take a drink or two every once in a while. But I would just do that. But I didn't realize that pretty much made my weekends into a 48-hour blur. I wasn't getting anything done on the weekends. I was waking up late. I was falling off on my, workouts. I was falling off on my eating. I was falling off in my sales because by the time Monday hit, I would feel like I'm in debt. I'd feel like I'm falling behind and trying to catch up, What I do now is like every Sunday I prep everything out to make sure that by Monday hits, I'm in gear, I'm on focus. But before I did that, it was like I would spend the first 4 to 8 hours of my day just like recovering over the weekend and trying to catch up on all the tasks that I've missed throughout the weekend that I should have been doing. And so it got to a breaking point to the point where I was like, dude, it's been like 6 months and I have not changed at all. I'm the same exact person that I was. And I like to relate that to when I used to play video games. Like I played video games for 3 years, and if I look at a picture before, look at a picture after, I was the exact same person. When now, my lifestyle, my identity, the person who I am, upgrades every 6 months, guaranteed. I'm not the same person as I was 6 months ago, and I will not be the same person that I am right now 6 months ahead. I'm getting more confident in my YouTube videos, I'm getting better with my content, I'm getting better with my coaching, I'm getting better with all around lifestyle and making sure that I'm the happiest that I've ever been while making sure that I'm getting the most done that I ever have. And it's all part of the system that I'm going to show you. So I got to this breaking point, right? Before I get off track, I got to the breaking point and it was just like months and months of just competitive routines and not getting anywhere. And so I finally just told myself, snap out of it. And so one weekend, my friends asked me to go out. I said, no, I'm staying in this weekend. I'm going to enjoy what I need to, and I'm going to get my shit done. So I stayed into the weekend and I realized like by the time Monday hit, I wasn't in debt. I was actually recovered Saturday and Sunday because of the time that I spent, When it was Saturday, when it was Sunday, I was making sure that I was still eating my meals. I was making sure that I was still hitting my workout. Nothing crazy, Now they're pretty packed out to the point where I can actually go out and have fun, but it started with this first shift. And so I realized like, okay, I'm getting somewhere. I'm getting somewhere with this lifestyle. And what am I missing though? What's the one thing that I feel like I'm missing? And it's the balance, I'd go full on partying and then fall off and not get anything done. I'd go full on monk mode, but then fall off and then not get anything done. I'd burn out. But where was the balance? So I first tried 50-50, 50% of the time I'd have fun. That was me partying on the weekends and having work related tasks during the week. That didn't work because by Monday, I was fucking fatigued and I wasn't getting anything done. And so I realized, what if I applied the 90-10 food system to life? So I decided, let me figure out how I can enjoy life 10% of the time while getting the most rewards by working my ass off 90% of the time. So I made sure Monday through Friday, I was locked the fuck in on my meals, on my eating, on getting my work done, on increasing my skills, making sure that every hour is blocked out to where I'm advancing. And guess what? When Saturday and Sunday came, I was doing the exact same thing. But where was I fitting in this 10%? I was fitting it on a Friday or Saturday evening by going out for a couple hours with some friends, or going throughout the day, maybe go on a fishing trip, maybe go and hang out with some people midday, but I wouldn't let it take over my life. I wouldn't get too fucked up. I wouldn't get too high because I stopped smoking, and I just continued to enjoy life the best that I can. And so what did that do? What I realized, I got some people walking behind me, so I'm gonna close my windows so people don't hear me screaming, but I realized that this was the mistake. This is everything that I've been missing, is the 90-10 lifestyle. And so I decided now is the time to fully focus on what do I need to do. And so, boom, I created the 90-10 lifestyle. But it was kind of hard because it was like I'd work so much and I didn't know like half of the time what to do, you know? I knew that I needed to work on the weekends, but I didn't know exactly what to do. And so I made it stupid simple for you guys and for me and for my coaching and for my clients, the 4-4-4 method, which I broke down so many times, but I feel like in this video, I'm gonna break it down one more time and really go over it. So this is where I created the 4-4-4 method, which is 4 things that you do upon wake up. That should only take maybe 15-30 minutes, not some stupid 1 to 2 hour routine, just 4 things to get you into a flow state. So that way for that morning period or for that day, you are charged and energized by doing at least one impossible task, maybe a mindset task, and a few other things. So like right now, mine is I wake up, I do 50 push-ups, and then I'll post it on my story. And then I'll journal for about 5 minutes, my thoughts. I'll drink 32 ounces of water and creatine, and then I'll read for like 10 minutes. And that's my routine right now. That gets my brain energized. Once I do that, boom, I'm hitting the books. Boom, I'm hitting the computer. Boom, I'm hitting my workout. Boom, I'm hitting my meal. No matter what it is I have planned for that day, I'm straight into it. There's no scrolling. There's no checking notifications. There's no nothing. It gets me energized towards the day. But then you're like, well, okay, so you do the morning routine. How are you going to plan out your day? So my phone overheated. I don't know if it was because of the fire I was spitting or because of the heat. Probably the heat. But where we left off was, so we have this 4-step morning flow state, right? What do we do with that? Like, we know we got to do something for the day, but how do we figure out exactly what we do? And that's where the 4 non-negotiables for the day happen. 4 things that you set, not 8, not 10, not a to-do list, just 4 actions. Could be creating a YouTube video. Could be maybe you're starting out just doing your workout. Could be eating a certain amount of meals. Could be reading for 30 minutes. I've seen a wide range from all my clients of exactly what they're going to do. Could be spending an hour learning how to do a pilot mechanic. Could be an hour learning how to be an HVAC journeyman. I've seen it all. But 4 things that you are going to do for the day to make sure that over a month you're able to do about 132 things towards your new identity, right? And so you do that, but you're like, okay, I know I got to do 4 things, but how do I figure out what 4 things to do? And that's where the 4 6-month goals come in. So you pick out 4 goals for the 6 months. Could be reaching a certain weight. Could be getting a specific promotion. Could be going to Miami and getting a sales job. Could be doing this. Could be that. But 4 goals that you're going to set for 6 months. And so you kind of backtrack. You start with the 4 goals, and then you do your 4 needle movers every single day, but the goals stay the same. And then your 4-step morning flow state stays the same. And so what I do for my clients is we have a full-on dashboard of all the modules, calendar, everything like that. But what I do specifically is I write it into my notes because I've been the master of it for about 1 year to 2 years now. So you write everything down, or you have everything laid out for you. That is how you guarantee success, even when you don't want to. And so every day, as long as you get that stuff done, you're moving the needle. And so when you go out on a Friday, you go out on a Saturday, and you're still waking up early at that time, because I wake up at 6 a.m. every single day. Even if I go out at 2, I wake up at 6. Even if I go out till 12, I wake up at 6. I guarantee you that you're going to have a way better week. You're going to realize that your Mondays have completely changed, and you've completely changed your identity. Stack that up over 6 months, you're someone new. Stack that up over another 6 months, you're someone that no one can recognize. The transformations I've seen are wild in this program, but I guarantee you that is the method. Pair up a 90-10 lifestyle with 90-10 eating and the 4-4-4 method, and you will completely and utterly change your life. So that's pretty much all I had in my notes, but that's pretty much how you have more week over week progress, more month over month progress, while guaranteeing that you have way more fun. And the fun is more desirable because you've worked your ass off throughout the week. And now you can actually earn it. You can actually enjoy it. It's such a better feeling. I literally have not smiled so much in the past 6 months in my entire life because I love my life. If you don't, try this out. Write down some notes. Hit me up in the description. I promise you though, you can change your life with a few simple steps. Gonna make this video short and sweet for you guys because that was on my mind, but follow the IG if you want to see my daily 4-4-4 system and my 90-10 lifestyle in action. And you can click the link below if you want to apply for one-on-one elite coaching to destroy 2026 and make sure that your complete life is upgrading every 6 months. Nice talking to you boys. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you boys in another video as long as you subscribed.